Charleston Tea Plantation is the home of American classic tea, tea grown in America. It is located on picturesque Wadmalaw Island in the heart of South Carolina's Lowcountry. Its grounds include 127 acres of tea plants, a working tea factory, and a charming plantation gift shop.
Welcome to the Charleston Tea Plantation. This actually is the only tea plantation in America where you can actually come and see the tea being made, see the tea being harvested, and ride around the farm and go to the greenhouse and actually learn all about how tea is made. So this is one of a kind in America, and in fact our tea is the official hospitality beverage for the state of South Carolina. So tea basically is a camellia. This is, you've probably heard of Camellia japonica and sasanqua. Tea is a Camellia sinensis. Sinensis in Latin means Chinese, therefore this is a Chinese camellia. It's the only camellia that has caffeine. Now in America, these plants actually date back to 1888. So there is some living history here in America. Most of the attempts to grow tea have always been in South Carolina, starting in Greenville, and then it went to Georgetown, and then the most well-known one was in Summerville, South Carolina, by Dr. Charles Shepherd. That was from 1888 to 1915. In 1915, Dr. Shepherd passed away, but tea plants, believe it or not, live for hundreds of years. In fact, there's tea on record 600 years old still producing tea. So in the 1960s, Lipton Tea Company went in and took cuttings of the Dr. Shepherd's tea from 1888 and moved it to where we currently are today. In 1987, I bought it from Lipton and converted it into a commercial tea operation and started growing a lot more tea. And then in 2003, I partnered with the Bigelow Tea Company. So now they're my partners in this tea operation, and we've built a new factory. We've increased the amount of tea that we've grown, the amount of yield, the amount of tea that we can make, and also we're open to the public 7 days a week. So it is a bit of a piece of living history right here in the Lowcountry of South Carolina.
The freshly picked tea leaves are then brought to the factory, where they are put onto a machine that will start the process of making the tea. First, the tea is put into the machine, and it takes about a day to wither and process the leaves. Then they go up the conveyor belt to the grinder, where the leaves are shredded. In that hour, the tea is going to change from a green to an orangey color. To give you an idea, this is the oxidation taking place. After the grinder, the leaves are sent to the dryer. Before the process is finalized, the various stems and fibers must be removed using static electricity. In short, this is the process for making black tea.
What allows us to grow tea in America actually is that harvester that you saw cutting off the top leaves. Because in most tea-producing countries, all the tea is picked by hand, and the harvester does the equivalent of about 500 workers in the field. So with American technology, we're able to compete with these countries overseas that have a very cheap labor force. So come on out and see how tea is made and get free tea in the gift shop. All you can drink are different flavors and varieties.